Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. This is day 277 of Plus 8 chess puzzle every day for you. And this one is going to be white to move. Black just played a6, kicking our bishop. So please pause the video now, comment down below what you think white should do in this position to obtain a winning position. So the repetition of position there, but okay. White's first instinct should be either to take on c6 with the knight, or take on c6 with the bishop. And so if we take on c6 with the knight, black is not going to take back on c6 with this pawn, because obviously white's going to recapture, the king goes somewhere, and then white's going to take on a8 with an extra rook. So we're not going to do that. White is not going to do that. Sorry. Knight takes c6, black is just going to play a takes b5, and now the knight is under attack. If we take on e7, king takes e7. And because our king is still stuck in the center, and black's king is relatively safe with the pawns in front of it, as well as the development advantage that black has, black's queen is already on the h rank, h2 square. Black's rook is pretty active, pinning our rook, and black's knight is way more active than our knight, and black's bishop is more active than our bishop, since black can activate the bishop very easily by playing bishop d7. So this is not a good position for us. Instead, we're going to want to play bishop takes c6 check. The idea is that after b takes c6, we do not capture on c6 with the knight. Let's say black can probably play something like bishop b7 and obtain a better position. After knight takes c7, king takes c7, the bishop will be pretty active. We can even plant it on like d5, a square like d5, and move the rook to either like c8 or b8, and black will be doing pretty fine. So instead, we're going to want to play queen f3, exploiting the fact that the pawn on c6 is vulnerable to an attack, and the actual bad placement of the queen on h2. Because after queen f3, it attacks the pawn on c6, that's correct, but it also attacks, threatens to trap the queen with rook h1. So now the queen is going to have to move to some other square to prevent it from getting trapped, or black is going to have to protect the pawn with something like bishop b7. But now we're going to play rook h1, trapping the queen, and black's best move is probably just going to be queen takes h1, queen takes h1, and we're going to be up a queen for a rook, which is pretty easily won. But black can play queen h5, trying to trade queens, and now we're simply just going to play queen takes c6 check, checking the king. The king's probably going to go to f8, and then we're going to take on a free rook, and it's basically game over. Now, you might be wondering, why can't we just play like something like queen f3 in the beginning? We have the same idea of attacking the knight on c6, and the idea of trapping the queen with rook h1. However, here, black has the additional opportunity of playing a takes b5. The point is, black really wants to play knight takes e5, but our bishop is pinning the knight, so they're going to chop it off. We're going to play rook h1, seemingly trapping the queen, and indeed, if black just plays queen takes h1, we do trap the queen and win it, but we are actually down a bishop and a rook for the queen, whereas we were only down a rook before for the queen. And now black can probably even be better in this position after like something like knight takes d4, turning knight c2, check, forking the rook and the king. Black also has a better option even than sacrificing the queen, even though black is better after that. Black has knight takes e5. Ignoring the threat of rook takes h2, the idea is that after rook takes h2, there's knight takes f3 check, and black can regain the queen while also being up a piece now. So there are a bunch of complex ideas in this position, and I really enjoyed this puzzle. Hope you guys did too. See you in day 278. Have a wonderful day.